Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
A pleasant evening and a very warm welcome to the National News broadcast. We are coming to you live from Rupavahini Studios. I'm Anjali Ananda.
A very good evening to you. I'm Sajith Premadasa, and now let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news. Grade 5 scholarship exam ends successfully. Results awaited in 40 days. IMF says that the economy of Sri Lanka is still not out of danger. President stresses that he needs people's power only to develop the country. Support of strong sections of membership of NPP and SJP is with the President. The era of confining the President to the President's house will be ended. Anura is to safeguard the rights of the state Tamil people. Buddhist monks have to be in the forefront in supporting the President to take the country forward. The death toll in the floods of Myanmar rises to 74.
Now for those and other stories in detail. The Grade 5 scholarship examination has been completed successfully at 2,849 centres.
Nearly 324,000 students appeared for the examination this year. According to the Department of Education, 6 examination centres had been set up for those children with special needs. A separate examination centre was held for the students who were getting treatments at the Apeksha Hospital. It was observed that students all over the country participated in the scholarship examination with a lot of enthusiasm. The Commissioner General of Examinations thanked those who assisted and helped to complete the examination with success. Commissioner General of Examinations Amit Jasundara said that all the provincial education directors confirmed the successful completion of the examination. He requested parents not to trouble the children repeatedly, asking them about the question papers they answered since they will pressure their mind unsuccessfully. He also added that nearly 40 days will be taken for the declaration of results of the examination and hope to resolve the same as soon as possible. And meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund has cautioned that while Sri Lanka had made notable progress in its economic recovery, the nation is still vulnerable and must work to protect the hard-earned gains achieved so far.
Speaking at the IMF press briefing on September 12th, Director of the IMF Communications Department, Julie Kazak, emphasized the importance of sustained reforms and vigilance, especially with the upcoming presidential elections. Director of the IMF Communications Department, Julie Kazak, acknowledged the role of the people of Sri Lanka in determining the nation's political future, noting it is important to understand that the outcome of the elections is for the people of Sri Lanka to decide. However, achieving the objectives of the IMF program is crucial to help Sri Lanka emerge from one of the most severe crises in its history. A lot of progress has been made, but the country is not out of the woods yet, and it is important to safeguard those hard-won gains. Key milestones the country has achieved under the IMF's Extended Fund Facility Program. In June, the IMF's Executive Board concluded the 2024 Article 4 consultation and the second review of the EFF, unlocking around $336 million in funding. Economic growth is beginning to recover. Inflation is subsiding. International reserves are growing. The revenue collection is improving. Despite this positive progress, Kazak warned that Sri Lanka remains exposed to significant economic crisis risks. Sustaining the momentum of reforms is essential, she added. Kazak reiterated that while the IMF supports Sri Lanka's reforms efforts, the timing of the third review will depend on the outcome of the upcoming elections. Program discussions will resume after the elections once a new government is in place, she stated. Sri Lanka has come a long way, but the path to full recovery requires ongoing commitment to reforms and a focus on economic stability.
President Wickremesinghe says he who had stabilized the economy of the country is today requesting to have the people's supremacy in order to unleash the revolution to build the nation. Addressing a victorious public rally titled Ranilta Puluwan in Kandy today, he further said that what the country needs is not a change but a practical program. The president has further stated that he would create an economic transformation within the next 5 years. At the public meeting held in the centre of the Kandy town, strong members of the National People's Power and the Samagi Chanabalawege have come forward to extend their support to the independent candidate President Wickremesinghe. President Wickremesinghe inquired if there was a genuine concern for the working class, why did not they take charge during the economic crisis? The president added that having rebuilt the country's economy, he is now seeking to lead it forward. The president addressed claims made by Sajith was spreading false rumours that are here prepared to step down from the presidential race. He emphasized that unlike Sajith and Anura, he is not someone who will resign or run away. The president also mentioned that would invite Sajith to learn the lesson of perseverance where they had failed to impart. The IMF have reviewed the election statements all candidates and issued a statement on the 13th of September. He said that the IMF emphasized achieving the objectives of this program is crucial for Sri Lanka to overcome the worst crisis in its history. They stressed the importance of maintaining these targets and continuing with the necessary reforms regardless of who come into power. The IMF has made it clear that the approved agreement should be upheld and these are their directives, not his. However, it was the JVP, not him, that brought Maithripala Sirisena to presidency by proposing his name. They are merely attempting to shift faces while avoiding responsibility. The president added that they assured the people that within 5 years that they revolutionized the country's economy and established a new economic framework. He urged all to vote for the gas cylinder and grant framework, and he urged to vote and his mandate to learn and now direction on the 21st of September.
අර මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන කෙනක් දැම්මයි. ඒත් එයා කෙනක් දැම්මේ JVP මම නෙමෙයි. එයාගේ නම යෝජනා කරේ ජනතා විමුක්ති පෙරමුණ. මේ මිනිස්සු වෙනස් කරන්නනේ බලන්න. මම නම් වෙනසක් කරන්නේ නැහැ. මම දැන් ප්‍රසිද්ධියේ කියනවා. මම වෙනසක් කරන්නේ නැහැ. පාර්ලිමේන්තු බලයක මම රට ස්ථාවර කරා. මම ඔබේ ඡන්ද බලය ඉල්ලන්නේ විප්ලවයක් කරන්න කියලා මම කියනවා. අපේ රටේ හිංසාවාදී
Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that while President Wickremesinghe was focused on securing the livelihoods of the people, individuals like Anura Dissanayake and Sajith Premadasa were pulling political stunts in Parliament. For the past 2 years, all they have done is work on election campaigns. State Minister Lohan Ratwata said that Anura Dissanayake has also been in Parliament for 25 years. He was once the Minister of Agriculture under Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumartunga. However, neither of them did anything for Kandy. State Minister Anuruddha Jayaratne said that Anura Dissanayike's JVP had caused severe damage to the country's entrepreneurs, leading to the closure of industries and a transformation fire. Despite their track record, they now claim that they can repair the economy. The speeches might be full of promises, but the past actions suggest they only know how to create chaos. Parliamentarian Mahindanand Alutgamage said that by then the 22nd, the victory symbolized by the gas cylinder will be certain. Party leaders set aside their differences and stood with Ranil Wickremesinghe because he was the only leader who stepped forward to save the collapsing economy. They are working to ensure all votes, including those who once supported the party, now come to Wickremesinghe. Former Minister Thanuta Thukora said that this JP, led by Sajith Premadasa, resembles a disorganized marketplace with Premadasa handing out positions to any political opportunist who joins the alliance. Premadasa is skilled and creating divisions, but he lacks the capacity to rebuild the economy. State Minister Dilu Mamunugama said that on the 21st they are now voting for a really sure star. This is about electing president for 22 million people, and therefore he urged the public to make the right decision on the 21st.
Presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa said that he will end the era of the president being confined only to the president's house. He further said that after the 21st of this month, 25 presidential task forces will be established covering the 25 districts, and they will be under his direct supervision. Sajith Premadasa made these remarks at a meeting organized in Bandaravela area yesterday to ensure his victory. A large number of representatives of the Badula district and supporters of Samajjana Balavegi attended the meeting. Presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa said that an opportunity has been presented now to decide whether to hand over the country to Ranil Wickremesinghe or Anura Kumara Dissanayake or the SJB, since the SJB is prepared to go forward with the common man of the country. Since the development activities of the 25 districts will be taken care of by the MPs of those areas, the SJB will take steps for a change after 21st of this month. The village will be developed on grassroots level and the entire country will be developed by establishing a president's task force in the 25 administrative districts where the development will be under direct supervision of the president.
ශක්තිය දෙනවා වගේම පරිපාලන දිස්ත්‍රික්ක 25 වෙනුවෙන් ජනාධිපති කාර්ය සාධක බලකායන් 25ක් පිහිටවලා සිදුවන සංවර්ධනය ජනාධිපතිගේ අධීක්ෂණයට ලක් කරනවා. අයිල්ලකෙන් තමයි අනුරගේ
Parliamentarian Chaminda Vijayasiri said that although Anura Kumara Dissanayake talks about the faults of theft and corruption, they know the reality behind it. Anura Kumara Dissanayake is a person who misguides the public by showing only the farce without any shame. Parliamentarian Dylan Pereira said that the NPP is creating uprisings in the universities and attacking the meetings and rallies of the others. He pointed out that the NPP is JVP only in the guise of the NPP promoting violent activities. He also said that they are in the vicinity of defeat and Sajith Premadasa will become the president in the first counting of the votes itself. An election rally was held in Lindavur area in Ampara to support the candidature of Sajith Premadasa, organised by the Samagijana Balavekya and Samagijana Sandhanaya. A large gathering of the supporters of the two parties attended the meeting. Presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa said that in the question of cremation or internment of Muslims of this country, then they were under immense mental pressure due to the action taken by Namal Rajapaksa. He pointed out that Ranil Wickremesinghe and Anura Kumara Dissanayake, who are contesting the presidential election, did not represent the Muslim during that time, and only the SJB came forward in deciding the problem of cremation of Muslims and supported the interment of their bodies. He concluded, adding that the country will be united without any discrimination of singular Tamil, Muslim or Burgher and on any religious basis.
ඔබ වෙනුවෙන් මහා පාරට බහලා විරෝධතාවය දක්වලා ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ කරපු ඒ වැරදි ක්‍රියාවට විරුද්ධව එල්ලි පිටම කතා කරෙත් අපි උද්ඝෝෂණය කරෙත් අපි ඒ නිසා මම ඔබට කියන්න කැමතියි සිංහල දමිළ මුස්ලිම් බර්ගර් ජාතීන් ආගම් බෙහෙදින් තොරව අපි අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මේ රට එක්සේසක් කරනවාමයි.
Former parliamentarian Sujiva Senasinghe said that the JVP will never be able to reach 65 lakhs starting with 3 lakhs of votes. He also said that although they say they will cancel the IMF program, the country will be in deep trouble by December if they do so, and another form of Aragalo will be started since the JVP leadership will never run away.
And meanwhile, presidential candidate Anura Kumara Dissanayake says that all rights of the Tamil people of the state sector will be safeguarded under their government. He expressed these views at a public meeting held at the Talawakale today. This rally was organised to confirm the victory of NPP presidential election. He further added that only the NPP has the solutions for the problems faced by the people of upcountry area who contribute broadly to the economy of the country. Presidential candidate Anura Kumar Dissanayake said that the state population has been living in the country for nearly 200 years and their contribution to the economy is enormous. He also said that this Tamil population of the upcountry have turned the tea states into prosperous lands for the economy. He added that around 150,000 families do not have their own houses and this condition has to be changed. He further said that the NPP government has found solutions to all their problems and is ready to give lands to the people for livelihood and cultivation. He stressed that this will help to live as complete families and he further pointed out that they should be given the right to join the government and work with it and they must be able to make a complaint to the police in Tamil. He said that this is not to be seen today and they are not provided with answers in Tamil to the questions which will be solved once NPP comes to power. He further said that Tamil speaking officials will be appointed to government institutions and another place.
පවුල ඔක්කොටම එකට ජීවත් වෙන්න පටන් ගන්න. එහෙම අපිට ජීවිතයක් ඕන. ආණ්ඩුවත් එක්ක කටයුතු කරන්න තියෙන අයිතිය තියෙන්න ඕන. තමුන්නාන්සලා ගිහිල්ලා පොලිසියට පැමිණිල්ලක් දැම්මොත් දෙමළ භාෂාවෙන් පැමිණිල්ල ලියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන. දෙමළ භාෂාවෙන් පැමිණිල්ල කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන. හැබැයි අද එහෙම නෑ. ආණ්ඩුවේ කාර්යාලයකට දෙමළ භාෂාවෙන් ලියුමක් කරලා දෙමළ භාෂාවෙන් උත්තරයක් හම්බ වෙන්නේ නෑ. එහෙම නේද? ඒ නිසා අපි මේ භාෂා ප්‍රශ්න විසඳනවා. අපේ රජයේ ආයතන වලට විශේෂ අවශ්‍යතාවය තියෙන හැම තැනකටම දෙමළ භාෂාවෙන් වැඩ කරන නිලධාරීන් ගන්නවා. ඒ ගන්නකන් తాවකාලිකව පරිවර්තනය කරන නිලධාරීන් පත් කරනවා. තමන්ගේ භාෂාවත් එක්ක ආණ්ඩුවත් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරන තියෙන අයිතියට අහුරු කරනවා. අපි ඉතිහාසය වෙනස් කරමු.
NPP representative Anushka Darshini Tilakaratne said that they have come to change the history and they cannot give up the struggle as they have to work hard in the coming days. She added that the opposition may conspire, insult us, but efforts will be on to unite the multi-religious, multicultural backgrounds. She pointed out that the NPP is the only political force which can fulfill these conditions. Chamira Pereira of Sri Lanka Labour Nationalist Party said that all should become citizens of the country and Anura Kumar Dissanayake must be made victorious to make this country a country of all citizens. He added that all the working class including farmers and the labour force has to be united to meet this objective.
සකල විද ජනතාව පෙළගැහෙන මොහොතක ඒ සටනට නායකත්වය දෙන්න කම්කරු ජනතාව වැඩ කරන ජනතාව ගොවි ජනතාව සකල විද ජනතාව එකතු වෙන්න.
A public meeting to establish the victory of President Wickremesinghe was held in the Nuwara Eliya town this afternoon. President Wickremesinghe commenting on opposition leader Sajith Premadasa and Anura Kumar Dissanayake, the president argued that their clans for change were superficial, stating that if they truly cared about the people, they would have joined the effort to alleviate hardships such as the long queues faced by citizens. He further said that they have already begun modernizing agriculture, increasing tea yields to generate better income and introducing modern farming techniques as transition from line rooms to villages. They are also improving dairy industry management and working to enhance education. The president also said that they are bringing major hotels to this region, particularly in the areas like Sita Elia and Muskelia. Former Minister Manoj Nanaikar said that JVP, once known for generating funds with the tills, is now spending heavily and they have insured assets worth 7 billion rupees out of the concern for potential unrest following the presidential election. Meanwhile, the stock market is experiencing a downturn.
රුපියල් බිලියන 4ක කැරලි කෝලහර රක්ෂණ දාලා තියෙනවා කොළඹ ව්‍යාපාරිකයෝ රටෙන්ම ගත්ත ජවිපේ ඡන්ද ලක්ෂ 15ක් 20ක් ගනි ඊට වඩා ගන්නේ නැහැ.
Sajith Premadasa මැතිතුමා
MP SP Dissanayake said that Mr. Sajith Premadasa is currently bringing for the president, served as the Minister of Housing in the Yahapalni government in 2015. However, he failed to build even a single house in those 5 years, providing his incompetence as a minister. Governor of Sabaragamu province Namal Rajapaksa said that the constructing of new marketplace for commenced during the Prime Minister's tenure of President Wickremesinghe. He said that this project has not been completed even after 6 years. He also said that this project was initiated under his guidance and he said that this project will be unveiled for the public after September 22nd when he gets re-elected.
කියන එක මා පැහැදිලිව තමුන්නාන්සලාට ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. මක්කල
Minister Jeevan Tondaman said that the wage increase promised to state workers by the current government has been confirmed over the past year. There have been significant advancements of the upcountry people to the rule of President Wickremesinghe. Many assurances have been made and President Wickremesinghe has demonstrated a strong commitment to addressing their needs. He urged the people to confirm President Wickremesinghe's victory by casting their votes in favour of the gas cylinder on the 21st of September.
அகல பாதாளத்துல இருந்துச்சு. நீங்க அத மனசுல வச்சுக்கங்க. வாக்கு செலுத்த போகும்போது அந்த வாக்கு சீட்டை எடுங்க. அகல பாதாளத்துல பாருங்க. அதுல மூணாவது இடம் தலைவர் ரணில் விக்ரமசிங்கே அவர்கள் நிப்பாரு. அங்க ஒரே ஒரு புல்லடி.
Presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa says that the only Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna is capable of building a developed country on behalf of the people. He was addressing a public meeting in Valavaya yesterday. Presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa said that the necessary program for a developed country for the people has been presented. He further said that they had a plan during the regime of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, but added that this development has been stalled after 2015, as the Yahapalana government did not have a plan. He further said they had a plan to hand over the benefits of the Mattala airport and the harbour to the people of Munaragala. With the construction of the Uma Oya, the possibilities of generating electricity would be enhanced. That they had a plan to fertile the lands of the farmers and devised the program to hand over the benefits to the people with the extension of the highway from Mattala to Trincomalee. The Yahapalana government did not have any understanding of this plan in 2015. The country needs to cultivate every inch of land which could be utilised for agricultural purposes. They would hand over the fertilizer subsidy, and agricultural policy of Mahinda Rajapaksa would be carried forward. Parliamentarian Tissa Kutiarati said that UNRWA lies and Sajith Premadasa is a Santa Claus. The false promises of Sajith Premadasa includes handing over a glass of milk to 20,000 students. Wickremesinghe is like a paddy trader. Namal Rajapaksa is the only leader who talks on the policies. Venerable Itakande Sadatisa Teras, reciting poetic verses, said Namal Rajapaksa would defeat the leaders covering themselves in lambskin. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that people would cast their votes to Pohotua and elect Namal Rajapaksa by a majority vote on the 21st. Venerable Dodampahala Sri Rahula Theros said that the bhikkhus should take the forefront to allow presidential candidate Ranil Wickremesinghe to have an opportunity lead to the country in a vibrant manner by setting aside hatred and anger. The Venerable Theros said that these remarks addressing a special bhikkhu conference in Galle. The event has been organised to extend blessings to the victory of Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is contesting as an independent candidate at the forthcoming presidential election. A Jaya Piret chanting ceremony has taken place at the Uluwitke office premises in Galle with the participation of Mahasangha Minister Ramesh Patirana and Parliamentarian Vajra Abewardhana. Venerable Dodampahala Sri Rahula Thero stated that among the three main presidential candidates, Ranil Wickremesinghe stands out as a diplomat and should be given the opportunity to lead the country forward by setting aside hatred and anger. He emphasized that monks should play a key role in supporting this effort. The Venerable Thero also said they are determined to address challenges that previous generations could not overcome, not by retreating but by advancing with a clear purpose. He added that their aim is to ensure that the efforts contribute to the well-being and happiness of both individuals and society at large. Presidential candidate Janaka Ratnayaka requests the voters to cast their votes for a correct leadership, using their brains instead of the heart. He made these remarks to the media in Anuradhapura. Presidential candidate Janaka Ratnayaka said that those who were engaged in politics from the year 1948 up to now had enriched themselves. The people had become poorer. The people 2.5 years ago had requested a change. However, the false pledges given by the politicians had committed numerous acts of irregularities despite the yearnings of the general public for a change. The promises are being given during the election period, and after the election the people are compelled to enmesh themselves once again in their economic burdens. The presidential candidate had cautioned the general public to therefore think intelligently and vote. He has called upon to hand over the country to a successful businessman who is knowledgeable of public administration to build the country in a new perspective. He also told the voters to join with him to develop the country after the 21st.
And meanwhile, independent presidential candidate Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca requests to join the public with him as he is dedicated to the people. He expressed these views at an election rally held at the Pandura area. His rally was organized at the premises of private bus station to confirm the victory of presidential candidate Sarath Fonseca. Presidential candidate Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca said that on the 9th of May 2022, Namal Rajapaksa and his cabinet backed out and ran away, and at the time he requested Sajith Premadasa to take over the government, but he refused to do so. He further said that they rallied around the leadership of Sajith Premadasa, but not that of Wickremesinghe Premadasa. Nearly 65,000 youth were massacred during 1988 to 89 period. He said that they did not support him as war veterans, but supported wholeheartedly in building up the Samagi Chanapala Vega with a lot of dedication in 2020 without any expectation of posts or any designations. He further pointed out that he has to contest as an independent candidate since he is standing on the side of the general public of the country.
Presidential candidate Dilip Jayavira says that instead of those who are dependent on corrupt politics, he has to offer an honest and clean political campaign. He stressed this point at an election rally held in Akurasa area yesterday. Presidential candidate Dilip Jayavira said that politics has been dragged into a place where the people have been cheated, telling that they are from the left politics. He said that people were not brought for rallies those days, but now it has become a business of the most corrupt people who are not paying taxes properly. He also added that they are trying to show that a large number of people are supporting them.
අරගාල්ල සමනල පාලම ගාව රැස්වීමට යනකොට එතෙන්ට රැස්වීමට කවුරුත් මිනිස්සු ගෙනාවේ නැහැ බස් මැනේජර් කෙනෙක් දාලා ඒ රැස්වීමට සල්ලි දුන්නේ නැහැ ගාල්ලේ ඉන්න ජාවාරම්කාරයෝ හිටියෙත් නැහැ දැන් ඔක්කොම ජාවාරම්කාරයෝන්ගෙන් යැපෙන ලංකාවේ දූෂිතම දේශපාලන කියන්නත් බෑ මදුනෝ ගෙවන ව්‍යාපාරය ඕන් මේ අද සෙනඟ ගෙනල්ලා ඩ්‍රෝන් එක දාලා පෙන්නනවා අපිට මෙච්චර සෙනඟ ඉන්නවා කියලා ඒ රැස්වීමට ගමෙන් ආපු එකෙක් නෑ විකෘති වූ මනස් ඇති පිරිස.
Former parliamentarian Hemakumara Nanayakara said that people with distorted minds have now joined the NPP and they are now misguided by the public and are trying to grab the votes of the public. He further said that Western countries are pumping money to NPP for this purpose, and the so-called socialist leader is wearing velvet shoes worth around 3.5 lakhs and appearing before the people.
සමාජවාදී නායකයා වේදිකාවට නගිනවා.
And that's all the news we have from home. Stay tuned for international stories coming up next.
You can make a difference. It is your duty to help eradicate dengue. Clean up your environment at least once a week. A message from the Dengue Control Unit of the Ministry of Health.
Myanmar's flooding death toll has risen to 74 after heavy rains triggered widespread floods across the country.
Search and rescue operations are ongoing with at least 89 people missing. Adverse weather brought on by Typhoon Yagi, the strongest storm to hit Asia this year, has killed hundreds of people in Vietnam and Thailand, and floodwaters from swollen rivers has inundated cities in both the countries. The flooding in Myanmar began last Monday. Myanmar has been in turmoil since a military coup in February 2021, and violence has engulfed large parts of the impoverished country. The storm rains have mainly affected the capital Naypyidaw as well as Mandalay, Magwe and Bago regions along with eastern and southern Shan state, Mon Kaya and Kayun states. About a third of Myanmar's 55 million people required humanitarian assistance, but many aid agencies such as the International Committee of the Red Cross cannot operate in many areas because of access restrictions and security risks.
Introducing Prima Kottami Korean Ramen.
Let's fire it up.
The Royal College of Colombo has been successful in emerging victorious in the annual rugby encounter against St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia.
The two teams have been competing for the Michael Gunaratne Challenge Trophy. The encounter has got Royal College rounds yesterday, and they added the first half. The Thormians were leading 17-12. However, in the second half, the Royal College team was engaged in a skillful rugby and added 14 more points to its tally. The rival St. Thormians played has managed to gain only 3 points in the latter half. Accordingly, the Royal team won the match 26-20. The winning points for the victorious team came in from the 3 goals and a try.
Introducing Prima Kottami Korean Ramen.
Let's fire it up. Fire it up.
All the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on ChannelEye. I'm Dulanjali Charita signing off. Good night.
Have a pleasant night.